I'd like to welcome everyone here. When I first started working on this, I thought, well, we'll probably have 15 people or so come and check it out, 15, maybe 20, and be able to have a little round table discussion and chat and things like that, and the group grew. And I'd like to welcome all the people out in video land who are watching as well. This is a workshop called Helping Our Branches Thrive. And a couple little housekeeping things. First of all, I apologize if I start to cough. I promise it's not a COVID cough. I've been dealing with this cough since before the pandemic. However, today seems to be a day because I want to do something special. It's saying, I'm here, I'm here. Okay, also, I would like to thank a couple of people. Lynn Solomon and I've just drawn a blank. Lynn Solomon, Area 3 Director, and Sue Bandine, President for St. Thomas Elgin, because they were your door greeters today and gave you little booklets, I hope. Is there anyone who did not receive one of these booklets? If not, would you put up your hand nice and high, please, and perhaps one of them can get a book for you. Thank you. Okay. Yeah, we just have a few people who didn't get one yet. Oh, thank you so much. I was very impressed that 12 different branches sent in videos, and some of those branches sent in a couple that we put together. And I would like to thank Ethan Snook, our gentleman over here, who is our tech advisor who put the videos together and did a fabulous job doing that for us. And of course, none of this would come to be without Kathy Gallagher, because she knows all tech. She's saying no. Does she lie? Okay. My name is Linda Sargent. I'm the president of Hamilton Branch, Hamilton Wentworth Branch, I should correct myself. And welcome today. The video itself is about 32 minutes long, and I have a few items that I can show you afterwards. I made up a little booklet to go with the video. However, you will find that a few items are in this book that are actually not in the video, because a few branches sent me additional items to include. I do apologize. At one point, this booklet had more pages in it because it had some lovely pictures. And when I was doing the printing, my computer printed the first page very nicely in blue and gold, but then it decided that my yellow had a stroke or something, and although I tried to fix it 4 times, it wouldn't work. So my remedy to that was to remove the pictures so we didn't have people in them that looked like they belonged in Star Trek 1965. You know, purple skin, blue skin, yeah. Okay, so the pictures are gone. I apologize for that. But hopefully you find, many of you taught reading. You can do it from time to time if you have to, right? So, maybe you'll find some good ideas in this booklet that would help out your own branch. We have quite an assortment of videos. We have a poet laureate reading a poem. We have branches who sent in collages of activities their branch did and set to music. We look like a very exciting group. And we have some videos of suggestions of things you could do in your own branch, and it kind of explains how they went about it. So I hope you enjoy the video, and we're ready to begin.
Hello, my name is Eleanor Pound, and I am the president of the Belleville branch of RWTO. I would like to tell you about one of our special community projects that brings our members together at Christmas, and then speak briefly about how we keep our members engaged. For the past number of years at our Christmas luncheon, members are asked to bring in hygiene products, similar to the ones you see here, which will be donated to the Hastings and Prince Edward Learning Foundation's Student Emergency Fund. Over the years, our members have donated hundreds of hygiene products. These products are delivered to the Foundation office and from there are distributed to schools across our public board. These products are so simple to give, but yet mean so much to so many people. To replace the donation of hygiene products during the past 2 years, a $1,000 donation from the Belleville branch was made to the Student Emergency Fund in 2020 and 2021. In order to keep our members engaged, we in the Belleville branch are so grateful to the Goodwill convener, Irene Duncan. It is often hard to get hold of Irene as she may be out visiting our shut-ins or speaking with them on the phone. Sending special occasion cards or flowers to celebrate birthdays, etc., are all part of what Irene does. She shares her heart and her soul, and I am sure that is true of all Goodwill conveners in all of our branches. What better examples of caring and sharing?
Hello, my name is Patricia Bailey and I'm representing the retired women teachers of North Durham. I was invited to write a poem about the retired women teachers of the area and indeed of retired teachers everywhere who are the givers in this world, in my opinion, and I'm sure that you would agree with that because you too are givers. Retired women teachers, self-actualization, personification. Wise teachers grow these and pass on their merits as gardeners tend trees. Their roots firmly planted with so much to give, relating to others, they thrive, fully live. They've sacrificed, risen, feared, faced derision, become as the phoenix with light in their eyes. Community leaders, choir directors, tour guides, writers, pianists, and bakers of pies. They knit, are fundraisers for causes, all good, making life better as all people could. Conditioned to nurture these grandmas and friends, caring and sharing, they serve to the end. The future has promise, for this was their aim. Let honor and glory attach to their name. Thank you.
We had already decided to step up our branch's comfort with technology when a pandemic took over all of our lives. What a perfect time for stepping up. When things started opening up, we completed a virtual presentation in one location with a fashion show. People enjoyed the option of coming in person or watching from home. When things closed down again, we still wanted to stay connected with our members at home. Our second virtual presentation was a Valentine's meeting titled Love, Laughter, Lingerie. We challenged members to go online and subscribe to our brand new YouTube channel. Then we let them know that they would be receiving an e-invite through Invitebright for our event. Those comfortable with technology registered themselves and we tripled our attendance from our first event. Very patient executive members then followed up with a phone call to members who were not yet registered to help them with the process. We were able to double our attendance. Some would watch that day. Others were pleased that if they were busy with their Valentine, they would be able to see a recording at another time. After the event, views on our YouTube channel doubled again. The Valentine video was pre-taped in a beautiful church setting decorated by the chair of our decorating committee on a Valentine theme. We provided a variety in the program, such as a member drumming outside in a park, a conversation with Ladies Unmentionables by a Waterloo Museum personnel, a sing-along with the Beatles for Love Me Do, and wonderful draw prizes. What we learned: 1. Follow-up calls for registration is key. 2. Keep the video to 1 hour. 3. Be enthusiastic, fun, and creative. And 4. Hire a videographer so the video looks professional.
Hi, I'm Gwen Kirkpatrick, member of the Hamilton Wentworth branch. In normal times, we are a very active branch with many interest groups to keep our members physically, mentally, and socially engaged in as many or as few activities as they desire. One of these groups, our knitting and crocheting group, of which I am a member, is involved in community outreach by making blankets that are then distributed to shelters, hospices, and others in need. The past 2 years, when neonatal units were no longer accepting items coming from outside, our president, Linda Sargent, suggested that we look at homes that support young mothers to see if they could use our baby blankets. Thus began the Baby Snuggle Project. Grace Haven, a home run by the Salvation Army in Hamilton that provides programs for young parents while helping them complete their high school education, was happy to receive them. Along with the blankets, such as this one, each child received a copy of the book, Love You to the Moon and Back. And for the parents, Linda prepared booklets with permission of the publisher about the benefits of reading with babies. A sticker in each book said that it was from our WTO. The packages became part of their Christmas gifts this year, and we would be willing to share these booklets with other branches. Another outreach project that our branch was involved in was our drive-through charity collection. For this, publicity went out to members as well as the local newspapers that detailed who we were and how and what we were collecting. We secured permission to use a section of a grocery store parking lot, and several members parked their cars with trunks open to receive donations, each for a different charity. We were overwhelmed, literally, by the generosity of the community. As well as helping others, this initiative brought our group to the attention of some retired women teachers who were unaware of our organization and joined us. As restrictions are lifting and we are beginning to get together again, we will continue to find ways to support our members, the community, and to encourage others to join. The Napanee branch of RWTO headed into the pandemic with a full slate of officers and members ready to help present the provincial conference in Kingston in June of 2020. We were all making favors and mementos and planning how we were going to help with the workshops and events being presented. However, in March, all our plans went awry, as did everyone else's. By Christmas of 2020, all of our meetings had been canceled, and the conference as well. It was at that time that the executive decided to deliver a Christmas package to each of our members. At that time, we had a membership of about 40. The packages were assembled and the delivery schedule was decided on. Each package contained a mask, a tea bag, chocolate of course, a candy cane, a jar of homemade jam, and Christmas serviettes. A letter wishing everyone a safe and joyous Christmas was included. What the executive didn't expect was the gratitude with which these token packages were received. Some of the comments were, "A wonderful idea. So good to have a chat with a fellow member. A lovely assortment of gifts. I really appreciated the gift. It was good to be remembered." Our branch has been fortunate during the pandemic to be able to hold some live meetings, 1 in 2020 and 3 in 2021. Of course, these meetings were held observing all appropriate public health protocols. Being able to be with each other was so good for the morale of our members, and those live meetings were well attended. 2 of our active members, Teresa Dory and Beryl Jacka, represented our branch at a virtual fundraising walkathon for the local hospice. With an additional $200 donated by the Napanee branch, we were able to raise over $500 for the cause. The other activity that kept our members engaged was, of course, our project titled Tales and Tunes for Tots. This is a package of materials that we have been providing to our community for about 2 decades. The contents of the bags are purchased by our branch, and then at one of our meetings, members help by assembling the finished product. We began in 2005 to provide every newborn in Lennox and Addington County with a kit of early learning materials. Each kit contained 2 board books suitable for infants and toddlers, a CD of music, a booklet of songs and finger plays, and various pamphlets promoting early literacy skills. These kits were packaged by our members after our dinner or lunch meetings and delivered by Kingston, Frontenac, Lennox and Addington public health nurses. Each baby born in Lennox and Addington receives one of these bags of beginner books and music to help them give a good start in listening and talking and singing. Our hope in the beginning, and continues to be, that by providing these early learning kits to new mothers, children who might not otherwise be exposed to reading materials before they enter kindergarten will now have that opportunity. And by the way, we have just taken delivery of 250 more bags with which to continue this project.
Hello, my name is Linda, and I'm a member of the Niagara Falls branch of RWTO. We are a small branch with members with a variety of teaching experiences. Pre-pandemic saw us meeting in person approximately 6 times a year, but of course that suddenly changed in March of 2020. We have maintained contact with our membership through cards, telephone calls, newsletters, and emails. Our president, Diane, keeps our Facebook page up to date on a regular basis with interesting posts. To let our membership know that they are important to us even when we were not able to meet in person, we initiated a monthly mystery prize draw.
Our motto is caring and sharing, and that goes beyond our group and reaches into the community. To that end, we have been able to financially support the Education Foundation of Niagara, Pathstone Foundation, Women's Place of Niagara, and our local food bank, Project Share. Educators are people who are caring, giving, and generous. We are used to giving of our time to help others, especially students, and that doesn't stop when we're retired. We still remember the excitement and sometimes apprehension of children at the beginning of each school year and the desire of many to make a fresh start. With that in mind, we were fortunate to be able to team up with United Way Niagara to assist both financially and physically in their back to school program. On a very hot August morning, a group of us met at the United Way warehouse to pack pencil cases to be distributed by local school principals to children needing a little extra. Each brightly colored pencil case contained pens, pencils, highlighters, an eraser, and gift cards for Walmart and a local grocery store, as well as our unspoken wish for a successful school year for the children of Niagara. While there are many worthwhile groups needing support during these challenging pandemic times, the opportunity United Way provided us made each of us feel we are still a small part of the teaching profession preparing for a new school year. And our small effort of caring and sharing warmed our hearts. We may be retired and not in the classroom, but we still care deeply about the happiness and well-being of children.
Good morning from beautiful South Niagara. Visiting today is Anne from the Niagara South branch of RWTO. Welcome, Anne. It has been a long 2.5 years dealing with COVID. What has your branch done to stay connected with your membership and continue the caring and sharing for which your group is noted?
Well, Marlene, we made many doorstep visits to deliver a variety of goodies, including chocolates, plants, snowflake mugs containing cookies and hot chocolate, and indigo gift cards.
Well, your members must have been thrilled to see friendly faces at the door, as well as those thoughtful gifts. What else did you do to keep in contact with your fellow retired teachers?
We initiated bi-monthly newsletters in which we highlighted one or two of our members so we could get to know each other better. We also kept members up to date with RWTO news and information.
What a great idea, Anne. Your motto is caring and sharing. How did you demonstrate that in the wider community?
To reach out to the broader community, we continued our annual collection of books and pajamas for children and youth. These were donated to the Niagara region. In cooperation with various community agencies, these items were shared with local families. This year's donations exceeded previous collections and were the largest of any organization supporting these agencies. This was a real feather in our hat.
Thank you, Anne. I'm sure your membership and the community appreciate your efforts. Thank you for caring and sharing.
Thank you, Marlene.
Hello, I am Susan Lewis, past president 2020-2021 of the St. Catharines branch. As one of the larger branches, our difficulty during the pandemic crisis was to stay connected with our membership. We tried meeting outdoors, in reduced numbers, by Zoom, and ultimately by telephone. While goodwill recognition of the over 90s and newsletters continued, every member also received a card at Christmas and at Valentine's, and many continued in interest groups by Zoom. Our best received effort was when our executive placed 360 calls and spoke to each member by phone. I had the pleasure of reconnecting and reminiscing with a senior I had visited with a care blanket prior to the lockdown in a retirement home. This photo collage shows our successful journey to connect. Thank you.
Okay. Good morning, ladies. We have our draw today for our 80 Plus Tea. This is our beautiful gift. And we also have a gift from Seasons. So I'll have two draws today. Good luck, everyone. I've got my tickets in here in my Royal Tea box. And our first prize is number 90. So number 90 is Sandra Menard. All right, we're taking that number out. We're going to do this again for our Seasons. And, they're stuck together here. Oh, 91. All right, let me see who 91 is. 91 is Dorothy Peacock. She wins our Seasons gift. The gift will be dropped off by Luana Kloss, and I will drop off this one to Sandra. So good luck, ladies. You'll have fun with all your goodies today and enjoy. Thank you.
Good morning, ladies, and happy Valentine's Day to everyone. I am Luana Kloss, and I am here with our president, Linda White, to celebrate our second big draw for our 80-plus members. And it is a beautiful Valentine's Day treasure chest, which we'll show you over here. And it's filled with all kinds of goodies that we hope you will enjoy. So we have all of the 80 numbers in our heart, and Linda's going to do us the honors of choosing the winner. So Linda, we'll let you do that.
Okay, let's see who the lucky lady on Valentine's Day.
And what a beauty of a day, isn't it?
Oh, it is sunshine.
Gorgeous.
Lots of sunshine.
There's nuts sticking in the corners, Linda, so you get in there and choose a dandy.
Mix them up, and we're gonna have a little suspense here, and the winning number is
number 13. So 13. So Linda and I will see.
Lucky 13.
Lucky 13. And you know what? Our address here is 313. So this is a lucky number. Okay, so we're looking right now for 13.
I don't think I have it.
Okay, keep looking there, Linda.
Alrighty.
No, I don't have it here, so you keep on. Oh my goodness.
Okay, 13.
13.
There it is.
Ooh, who is it?
I found it. Joe Souza.
Joe Souza, yes! Congratulations, Joe. This is your lucky day. And what we're going to do, Joe, is I'm going to call you in a few minutes to make sure you're home and let you know that you are the winner of our Valentine's treasure chest. And we will try to get that over to you today as soon as we can so you can enjoy it.
Hopefully now that you've had a chance to see our first endeavor at having branch videos come in like this, you might consider making some yourselves. It's actually fairly easy to do. Anybody who owns a smartphone can do it. If you're making a video to show on a screen like that, please hold it this way instead of this way, okay? Wide screen fits best in this type of video. As you can tell, people were just holding phones. It's best if you can prop it so it's still, so it's not doing this like I would. But try and get a way of holding it still. And you can talk, you can see how people had fun. People made speaking errors just like I do. And, but it's good fun to do. And it's a way of reaching out to your members. You could show them at your own luncheons if you have that opportunity. If you have a Facebook page, or send them to our friend over here, Kathy, and she'll put them out for the province to watch. Is this a project that you would like to see happen again in the future? Yeah? Good. I have a few items here that I asked various groups if they wouldn't mind bringing them to share. The Ottawa Carleton group, for example, made their own recipe book, Stirring Up Memories, Favorite Recipes, Members of RWTO Ottawa Carleton Branch 2021. Members from across their branch sent in recipes, but also they often started with a little paragraph explaining why they chose that recipe to put in. Sometimes it was a family recipe. Sometimes it was something that they used on a special occasion. Sometimes it was something they learned because it was COVID and they were watching YouTube channels. Whatever reason they had, there's a little intro in there that personalized the story. You do have to have some people who love to type to do a project like this. It would take many hours to actually put it together. And then the hard part, of course, is getting an editing team to go through it and minutely check to make sure everything is correct all the way through. But I think this is a lovely, lovely project that they worked on in their branch. Another activity that they did was called COVID Tales. and as part of their newsletters, asked members if they would please tell their stories about what was happening during COVID and what they were doing. People talked about their projects that they were working on. Some took up new crafts. Some found some crafts in their cupboards that had been there for a long time and started working on them again. Now, personally, I have closets that I figured, pandemic, I'll get them cleaned out. They're not looking much better now than they did a couple of years ago. But I'm not asking for a longer pandemic. Okay. So these little stories are really, really nice to read. And it helps you keep in tune with the other members of your branch. They may learn some things about you that they never knew before. So it'd be a very nice project to try. Haldeman Branch does an amazing job with their wreath project. To be able to travel to so many of their smaller towns that have memorial services and take part in them personally, to bring a wreath to each one. Some of the locations, they hold the wreaths from year to year. With others, people might take them home and bring them back again the following year. But a lovely project. I had the opportunity of visiting Haldeman Branch for a luncheon, and one of the things that I was pleased to see was a little card, and I've mentioned this in the booklet, a little card only just a few inches across, double-sided, and one side gave a list of all their activities that were coming up, and the back of the card listed the reasons why it was a good idea to be an RW member. And something... Oh, that calls from the United States. We're not going to worry about that. I'm sure you get about 10 of those a day, too. Those little cards are important. It reminds people of the different things. You could mention something about insurance or various things in there as well. But it's a little pocket card that has all the upcoming events. They can just tuck it in their purse and then, oh, what was the date of that next luncheon? And they've got it right there. So just a very simple little thing that would cost next to nothing to do. So take a look through your booklet, because there are some ideas in the booklet that were not actually in the video. You can tell that we're a group of teachers because of the various projects that had something to do with making sure that kids had an interest in reading as they grew up. I really like this project from Napanee, Tales and Tunes for Tots, that include Why I Love My Mommy and The Baby Goes Beep. To give a couple of board books like this to a young child, it may show the parents that the children are fascinated with books. It may spark an interest in reading with them more. They also include a CD with various songs that the little ones could learn, as well as different pamphlets on the importance of reading. As they mentioned in their video, their project, newborn children in their counties receive every child, every newborn receives a package like that. That is an amazing project. Hamilton Wentworth had a slightly different focus for theirs. Here's one of the quilts, crocheted quilts that would be made for one of the children. The story we chose to give them is I Love You to the Moon and Back, a delightful tale. And inside there is a sticker which says, for you and your baby to share, Hamilton Wentworth, Retired Women Teachers of Ontario. So that is inside each book. And I found online a website that talked about the importance of reading to babies and young children. So we created a little booklet with the permission of the people who created the website. We had their permission to create this booklet about the importance of reading. And there's also a project that is ongoing through Canada and the United States called 1,000 Books Before Kindergarten. Read it and reap. And it's basically a free website people can go to and get charts and various stickers and things like that, where they can basically keep a chart on the fridge of any book that they've read to their child. It could be the same book written down 15 times because you know little ones have their favorites. That's okay. The idea is to try and read 1,000 books before they reach senior kindergarten. And it has made a dramatic effect in various places. There are some libraries in Canada that run the program, but you can also just go to the website yourself, and that website is in this booklet. If anybody would like to have one of those booklets, my information, my email address is on the back of the booklet that I gave to you. If you'd like to send me an email and tell me which branch you're from, I can recreate this little booklet for you with your branch information on the back instead of mine. Okay? Now you would have to do your own printing and your own stapling, and you know, but I'll send you the format. Yes, and yes. Okay. The email address for 1,000 Books Before Kindergarten is www.1000, written in numbers, booksbeforekindergarten.org. Okay, once more, www.1000booksbeforekindergarten.org. Everything is always lowercase. If you would, I have a few pictures and a newspaper article here as well about the drive-by charities. If anybody would like to come up and see any of these items afterwards, they're most welcome to. Does anyone have an idea of something their branch does that they would like to share? Your question?
I just wanted to ask about the Hamilton. What kinds of things do you collect for your drive-by charity?
Oh, well, I've got... thought I brought? We've done this twice now. For one of the drives, we collected, there's a Hamilton group called Purses for Margaret. Purses for Margaret gathers used purses that are in good condition, fills them up with things people on the streets might need, and presents them through various charity organizations in the city. So we had more than a van load of purses collected and the items to go inside. And then they all go to one of the local churches where they have a group that pack all the purses and get them ready. Souls for Souls is one of the things that I put in the little booklet. It is an international charity that has a Canadian offshoot for it. You can collect used shoes, boots, whatever, even single shoes, because there are so many people in the world who only have one foot. And so single loan, you lose a shoe, you can send away the other one. They help Canadians in times of disaster, in times of need. They also help throughout the world. One of the things that they do is they give some of the shoes to perhaps women who are trying to find a way of sustaining a life for their family. They can sell the shoes and make a small profit from them, and that is what makes them self-sustaining as a family. They have various ways of doing it. They go into schools and give them free shoes. They have so many different projects on the go, it's amazing. And the nice thing is there are several different shoe stores, like Bioped and whatnot, that will collect the shoes for you. Now, some of them will say, well, we'll take 25 pair at a time. Others will say, oh no, whatever you've got, just make sure. You do need to put an elastic around the shoes so that they stay together, or tie the laces if they have them. They just don't want one shoe in this bag and one shoe, one going to one country, one going to the other. and they do work throughout the world. We also collected birthday and Christmas gifts for an organization in Hamilton called City Kids that works with inner city youth, run an amazing program. And that City Kids program has expanded to, I believe, Ottawa and a couple of other cities throughout Canada. We collected food, personal and household products for the Neighbor to Neighbor Food Bank. We collected sunglasses, glasses, and hearing aids for the Canadian Lions Club. They send them to a recycling location, which is in a prison out west, and the inmates sort them by quality, type, style, package them all up, and send them all around the world. It's an amazing program. We collected some acrylic and baby yarn for our own Afghans and whatnot that our own women create. And we also had school supplies for Wesley Urban Ministries, a program that we do each year, just gathering school supplies to give to children in need. This year, many of them are going to Ukrainian children who are arriving in the city. So those are the things that we had at one event. Now, for some of them, you're going to need more than one vehicle. Going to the food bank, the purses for Margaret, filled the van, needed more space. We had people that were coming to visit volunteer to take things to places for us. We had a nurse stop by that made 4 trips. We had a lawyer stop by who took a couple of trips. Just because we had so much arriving, because of the media presence that we were able to obtain with this, it started with a community newspaper, spread to the Hamilton Spectator, CHCH TV picked it up. It just seemed to spread, and the news was getting out. So do make sure that you let them know in any advertising you do, these are the things we are collecting today. Because when I write in that booklet, make sure that you do that so you don't end up with the kitchen sink, because we had amazing things arrive that we weren't expecting, and on the spur of the moment decided, well, these could go here, these could go there. And so you not only need half a dozen cars for each of your charity groups, you need backup cars when the food bank vehicle's filled, another vehicle comes in, takes its place, so the first one can go and do a drop-off. It takes some people, but it's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun. Any other comments or questions today? It's been delightful seeing you all. I hope to get a chance to chat with you during the week. Thank you very much. Thank you.